first thing that you might want to do is look for dates on label.
Okay.
I call buying olive oil in the United States, I call it kind of a blind date. Because there's no mandatory expiration date on olive oil in this country, which is a bit crazy. So you want to look for expiration date, you want to look for harvest date. Though this is not mandatory again, a lot of us farmers are tending to give out as much as information as we can if we care about the product that we're producing, which means that you can find additional information on the label, such as this olive has been produced on this date and it's going to expire on this date. Now, the younger the oil, the better. So you want to buy, what you can find that is the freshest as possible. At the same time, also indication of the type of olives or the origin, where the olive oil is coming from. None of this is mandatory on a label, but you can find it out. So you might want to understand if the olive oil that you're buying is pure, like made of one single kind of olive, or if it's a blend. And if it's a blend, which kind of olives are in it, and where are the olives coming out of?
Will it say on the bottle if it's a blend or if it's...
No, it will only say so if it's kind of an estate oil. But that's what you're shooting for. My point is you want to look for additional information that are on label, because that's a sign that you're probably buying from somebody who is trying to make the best, to promote something that he or she is proud of having produced. So that's what you want to look for. As a general rule then, if you can look at the oil, some type of bottles are in clear glass and you can see through. Now, clear glass is usually bad because that will oxidate the oil more through the light that is getting to it. But at the same time, glass is letting you see the product in it. So if you can see the oil, you might want to shoot again, these are all general rules. But as a general rule, you want to shoot for olive oils that are cloudy versus a complete clear. Again, this is a very general rule that there are oils that are clear because they're unfiltered, and maybe they're better. But as a general rule, I will shoot for a cloudy one. A cloudy means that there are a lot of chemical compounds that are suspended into the body of glycerin of the oil, and that's all stuff that you want. Olive oil is so good for us for a very simple reason. Olive oil is the only fat matter in the world that is coming out of the flesh of the fruit and not the seed. All of the other oils are coming out of the seed, and the seed, of course, is something that the plants produce to store energy, but not vitamins.
Is that true for coconut oil?
Yes.
Wow.
So while olive oil is coming out of the flesh of the fruit, is glycerin that is dispersed into the flesh of the fruit, and as glycerin, as triglycerin, it's very prone to absorb and trap all kind of chemical compounds, that is vitamins that are into the flesh of fruit. And the other part of the answer is that because there's no nitrogen base, there's no water, and there's no sugars into the olive oil will never spoil. Which means that we can extract it through physical processing. Don't kill, they involve no fermentation, no heat. Which means that the enzyme that went into the olive when the olive was on the tree are still alive, even in this can, 5,000 miles away and 6 months after the harvest. Now, bitterness into the olive oil is good. Like new olive oil are bitter all the way around, and that's antioxidant, and you want to have that as much as you can. You want to have bitterness, and you want to have the pungency down here in the throat. Sometimes you have some oils that are really giving you a kick.
Yeah.
Back here, that's all vitamin E. I think the final answer to this is you want to train your own palate. You want to try and understand what each of the different flavors that are potentially into an olive oil are in the first place, and that's something that most Puerto Americans don't have a clue about, simply because they don't have access to the real thing.
Yeah.
And then you want to just go out and try them all. You have a palate. You know, we all have a palate. We all can train ourselves to recognize different compounds in the taste that we go through, and so we might want to understand and learn where and what to source. And in this regard, even, you know, nowadays it's possible even to buy online, you know, and you can have it shipped over overseas. So it's getting better.
Yeah, and we just need to order it directly from you.
That's exactly my point. Yes.
I think we can do that.
Long story short.
Long story short, just get it directly from my farm. Can we get it online?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
Oh, you got your